Hello guys, today's video is all about exploding all your enemies to Narnia and at the same time keeping you and your team alive in such a way that you trivialize this week's Grandmaster Nightfall. This build will work in every single content in the game. Just look at the screen, look at all the explosions, all the ignitions, all the enemies just being totally obliterated. This is amazing, and guys, look at this. You can use your Well of Radiance, shoot all the enemies, proc all the ignitions, and you get your super back even before the Well of Radiance runs out. It's just nice to see all these damage numbers on your screen, guys. It's an amazing feeling. And if one person can do this, imagine 3 players with the same build doing the Grandmaster Nightfall. It becomes so easy. It's like a bar of chocolate, guys. What's better than a bar of chocolate? It's a bar of chocolate and a million pounds. Sorry, it's 2 bars of chocolate, of course, 2 bars of chocolate. And what my team did was we tried this build with 3 players, and guys, 100% uptime in Well of Radiance. You just have Well of Radiance all the time. The tricky part is which player is gonna use the Well of Radiance now, because we all have Well of Radiance and sometimes 2 players use it at the same time. That was the tricky part. It's so easy to play with this. It's very offensive because you do all the ignitions, and very defensive because you have Healing Grenade and Well of Radiance. But let me show you how I built it, guys. Of course, Well of Radiance is the main star of the show because of Phoenix Protocol. Well, I went with Healing Rift, I love Strafe Glide, and I went with Celestial Fire because we can weaken our enemies, our champions, with our solar abilities this season. So Celestial Fire is a long range ability, so it works well for this. If you want Incinerator Snap, it's fine, and you can proc an ignition on Unstoppables really fast, so it's good as well. And of course, Healing Grenade. Healing Grenade, it's just amazing. Healing Grenade will give us restoration ×2 if we use Touch of Flame, and that's what I did. Touch of Flame will give us a really strong Healing Grenade. And Icarus Dash, I just love Icarus Dash. The mobility it gives you, it's just amazing. Ember of Shar as our first fragment, so your solar ignitions will spread Scorch to nearby targets. That's why you see so much burning, so much yellow numbers. And Ember of Eruption, so that area of effect of our ignitions is bigger. And Ember of Ashes, with Ember of Ashes you apply more Scorch to targets, so you will reach ignitions faster. And I went with Ember of Empyrean. Normally I wouldn't use Ember of Empyrean in this build. I would use the one that when you kill someone with your Solar Super, it will instantly proc an ignition. But because this season it's so easy to proc ignitions, I went with Ember of Empyrean. And Ember of Empyrean, what we'll do is, when you have Radiant or Restoration, if you kill with a solar weapon or solar ability, it will extend the duration of Radiant or Restoration. Really strong, guys. And this is really strong as well outside GMs. You can go in a raid with this build, to a dungeon, and you'll do fine. Now, our weapon of choice for GMs will be Polaris Lance. Just amazing. It will do a lot of ignitions. When you do 4 precision hits, the 5th one will proc explosion, scorching targets, so more ignitions, really strong. If you want a faster pace, if you're like in a dungeon or something, you can use Sunshot and it will do wonders as well. Now, on our gear, we went with Phoenix Protocol as our exotic of choice. That means that when you use your well, when you get assists and kills inside the well, it will give you super energy back until 50%. But it's really fast to reach that 50%. So after that, when you do damage, when you kill enemies, the normal amount of super will come back. So sometimes you get 75% normally, but as you saw in this video, you can get your super back even before your well runs out. This is how strong this exotic is with this build. But let's talk about all the mods. Well, on our helmet, I went with 2 harmonic siphons, so the orbs we generate are stronger, and I went with Font of Wisdom. On our gloves, I went with Impact Induction, so when you cause damage with a power melee attack, it reduces your grenade cooldown. I went with Focusing Strike. When you cause damage with that power melee, it will refund your class ability, and because we're gonna use a solar weapon, I went with Harmonic Loader, so our solar weapons will reload faster. On our exotic and chest piece, it's always the same. If you've been watching my videos, always resist mods, 1 of each. For example, in this GM I use 2 void resists because those void grenades, they are strong, guys. They are very strong. On our boots, I went with Innervation, so when you get that orb of power that you are always generating, you get your grenade back. And Recuperation, when you get that orb of power, you also get health back. And I went with 1 solar weapon surge, so it makes our weapon do 10% more damage when we are charged, which will be most of the times, if not all the time. You can go with 2 solar weapon surge if you like. I think 1 is more than enough. And last but not least, in our class item, I went with Bomber, so when you use your Rift, you get grenade energy back. Time Dilation, so your surge will last longer, and because you have Font of Wisdom giving you intellect, it will also last longer. And the one I like, the one is the best that I always use, is Proximity Ward. When you're doing a finish, you get a powerful overshield that will make you survive everything. And I need to show you the artifact because this makes the build go to the next level. So on our artifact, we're gonna choose Kindling Trigger, so when we Radiant, our solar weapons will apply Scorch to unscorched combatants. We will go with Flint Striker, Rapid Solar Weapon Precision Hits, and Rapid Solar Weapon Final Blows will give us Radiant, so we'll always be Radiant because we're always shooting with a Scout Rifle that's easy to shoot precision hits. And guys, Rays of Precision. So while we are Radiant, which will be all the time, Precision Final Blows will cause combatants to ignite. So ignitions, more explosion, more scorch spreading around. It's just so much damage that we do, guys. And well, this is it, guys. I tried to be the fastest I could, trying to explain everything. I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for the support. I hope it continues. Please say something nice in the comments, guys. And that's it. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.